How do blind people tell time?
Readinginthedark.biz.
How do blind people tell time? Hi, my name is John Bailey, and I'm the blind guy who sees options. I'm asked a lot of questions about how blind people, vision impaired people, do things, and one I'm often asked is, how does a blind person tell what time it is? Well, if you're vision impaired and you can't easily see the numbers on your watch, there are options, and what I'm going to talk about is two of them that are quite affordable and really easy and helps you to be more independent. The first kind of device I'm going to talk about that'll let you know what time it is without you having to ask anybody is called a talking watch. It's pretty much what it is. It's a regular digital watch with a little extra button on there. When you press the button, it'll make a sound like ding and tell you the time, 10:38 a.m. What could be simpler? And what's really nice about these kind of watches, you can get them very inexpensively. For years, I kept using a plastic talking watch, which was only about $14. It worked perfectly for me. A downside to a talking watch you might want to consider is that when you press the button to hear what time it is, everybody around you can also hear what time it is. That can be embarrassing, especially during meetings. I made that mistake. Let's say you wanted the independence of telling time yourself, but you didn't want everybody around you to know that you were interested in what time it is. Then you should use something called a Braille watch. Now, a Braille watch, I have one of those right here. This is what I use. I use these during presentations. If I want to keep track of how much time I'm taking without having everybody in the room know that I'm checking the time, I use a Braille watch. Now, how does a Braille watch work? Make sure it's in the camera. There we go. A Braille watch has two differences. It's a regular watch with two differences. The first is the front plate, the glass part of it, I'm sure there's a fancy name for it, actually lifts up. It's on a hinge, which allows you access to touch the hands and the numerals around the hands. Now, my watch, you may notice, doesn't have a glass piece over the top. That is because I was careless and broke it off. But the watch is still useful. A careful blind person would have a glass piece on there which would easily lift up. Now, once you've lifted up the glass, you can put your finger down and tell the locations of the hands. To help you read the hands more accurately, there we go, take my hand down, there are little tactile markers. That's where the Braille part of Braille watch comes from. The little tactile markers on all the digits. So you can tell by the hand and the bumps what time it is. To make it even more accurate and quicker, on the 12, 3, 6, and 9 locations, they put an extra special marker on there, an extra bump, so you can even more accurately tell what time it is. Now, those are just two ways a vision impaired person who is unable to see the clock or watch can tell accurately what time it is. Boy, that is so enabling. It enables you to arrive on time for appointments, take your medicines on time, and give presentations without everybody knowing you're checking your watch. If you have questions, please email me. My name is John Bailey again, but I'm at john@johnbaileyspeaker.com. If you have a questions, how do blind people ... please email me, john@johnbaileyspeaker.com. And also below, you will find a link to my TEDx speech. It's called Reading in the Dark. I'm very proud of it. It talks about how liberating it can be when you find options to challenges. It makes life so much simpler.